Yes, I welcome you to today's political discourse on this channel. By the grace of God, today is the 26th day of March 2026. And if you must know, the war in Iran currently between Israel and United States, which they tag Operation Epic Fury, is day 27. Today is the 27th of that war, and that war actually have impacted the world energy sector. The world energy market is in crisis as a result of Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed, and all the ship that are loaded to pass that strait to every other part of the Middle East and the global market are stranded on the sea. It is no longer news. And that actually has become a blessing to most countries. Countries like Nigeria has actually benefited from this crisis in the Middle East. You know, the geopolitics of Nigeria is a blessing as it is now, because the government of Nigeria at the beginning of 2026 budgeted $65 per barrel of crude oil. And today, the market, as a result of the crisis in the Middle East, crude oil is about $112 per barrel, which is a blessing in disguise for Nigeria as a country. Nigeria as a country is earning so much now because of that crisis. And the government on its own, this is where they ought to think outside the box and look for a way to ameliorate the plight of the citizen. It is so unfortunate that the so-called think tank political elite that we have that are supposed to think for government, most of them have become selfish and they are no longer thinking in a right direction. Their thinking is shallow and selfish, and they don't care what the citizens are passing through. Because you tell me, the war in Iran is actually supposed, as it were, affect everybody in the world. But every government of the world are finding different measures to cushion the effect of the war on its citizens. Every countries are looking for different palliative to make life easy for its citizens. But here in Nigeria, a president in the person of Tinubu will come out and say he has nothing to do. There is no way, there is nothing he can do concerning the crisis that have hit the world as a result of the war in Iran. You tell me, if you budget $65 per barrel and you are raking in 112, 110, $115 per barrel, far above your budget. Will it cost you anything to call Dangote, who own an indigenous refinery, to a roundtable discussion with some oil marketers and NNPC in attendance and sign a memorandum of understanding whereby crude oil will be given to Dangote with an instruction for that crude to reach every Nigerian at the pump price of 750 naira? Will it do you anything as a government? Because you are making more money from the sales of crude oil in the international market as a result of this crisis in Iran. Will it do you any harm? Instead of you spending billions in the name of City Boy movement and compelling almost more than 30 governors to be on the same page with you in your political party journey and clamoring, standing on your mandate, if you think outside a box, or you take this idea I am giving you now to dialogue and negotiate with Dangote to give Dangote crude to refine for us at 750 naira per liter, pending when this war will be over, Do you need to spend billions to give city boy? Is that not a direct campaign for people to vote for you? By saying that you have fulfilled your promise because you strategically said it the other day when you were removing the subsidy that you will bring the fuel price will come down. When you know that, fine, you are not the cause of the crisis in Iran right now, but if you are a thinking president, you should be able to find a way that this crisis will not affect a citizen, because a lot of people in Nigeria are already eating from hand to mouth. This crisis has really made many people now are resigning from their work. Many people are canceling a lot of appointments because they can no longer meet up. The other day we saw e-hailing people going on strike because they cannot earn money again. The fuel price keep rising. The app they are working with could not increase price. Everybody is complaining. People were stranded. How long? And if the war will take the next 1 year, is it how we are going to continue to follow the international pricing to determine our local pump price while we have crude oil and we are making a lot of money? Is it how we are going to continue? As a thinking government, you think outside the box and create a short framework for your people to enjoy what naturally they have under their feet. Every country is strategizing, looking for a way to better the life of its citizens. But my country is not, that is not what we experience. This is the best time for Nigeria as a country, because the crisis is a blessing in disguise. Unfortunately, the government at the top are making more money while the citizens below are wailing in abject poverty. This is an opportunity for a thinking country to re-strategize, not just continue and be thinking the other way while the citizens are suffering. It can't continue like that. It can't. God has blessed us with this crisis. The crisis in the Middle East is a blessing to us. With over 200 trillion cubic feet of gas reserve, Nigeria has the potential to become a global energy market. I repeat, with over 200 trillion of cubic feet of gas reserve. If we have this reserve, everybody is coming for us now because we have this LNG reserve. And the world is needing it because there is a shortfall already as a result of close of the Strait of Hormuz. This is when we are making more money. The government is making more money and the citizens are suffering. Is it not a crisis that is brewing in disguise? Because the country cannot be making more money while the citizens will be suffering. This is the time, the election is next year. This is the time the government need to think outside the box. And the faster, the better. Because we are not guaranteed the deadline of the crisis in the Middle East. It is not guaranteed. The oil prices keep fluctuating because the other day, 3 days ago, Donald Trump made a statement, and that statement alone crashed the crude oil prices. And almost about 47 hours later, the price started going up again. How long are we going to continue? This crisis is positioning Nigeria for the global market. About 3-4 days ago, South Africa approached Dangote to help them to work out a framework where it can supply energy for them for 1 year. Other countries, African countries, are reaching out to Dangote. What is our own government doing? I don't know what is your opinion. You can comment on the comment section. And if you are just seeing this video, I encourage you to subscribe and on your notification button, as I will be doing more video to educate us and to enlighten us in our geopolitical politics in this part of the world. God bless you.